Hi everybody, I'm Obadiah Shike. I am from Ethan, South Dakota. It's a town of about 300 people, tiny little town. Moved out to Denver about 4 years ago. I've loved it out here. It has been awesome. There's so much to do. There's skiing, there's concerts. I'm a huge Broncos fan. Recently I've kind of made the decision that I'm going to move back home to South Dakota. So this is kind of one of my final hurrahs. Is tonight Mumford Sons is playing, and I could not be more excited about it. It is going to be just one of those concerts for the ages, you know. 7 a.m. in Red Rocks, sitting in my seat getting ready to watch the show. I'll be here the next 12 hours or so. Can't wait. So when I moved out to Denver 4 years ago, one of the first 3 days I was out here, we came to a concert at Red Rocks, and oh man, I fell in love instantly. It is just the coolest venue I've ever been to. And you hear all the artists talk about that too, and it is the truth. You just can't come close to how awesome it is here. So we came out on a 4th of July and saw 3 bands, and Red Rocks overlooks the city of Denver. So it was the 4th of July, there's these bands playing, and there's fireworks going off left and right all over the entire city. And man, it was just the picture perfect scene for the just great music, you know? So I just can't imagine a better place to watch it and enjoy it at. A few months back, I made the decision that I was gonna move away from Denver, move back home to South Dakota. My family's back there. My younger sister's pregnant, so I'm gonna be an uncle for the first time. I'm really excited for that. And it's hard to leave Denver. I have such close friends and family out here, you know, but ultimately my family at home won, so it's like eating cold pizza. You can't have a bad concert at Red Rocks. It's just wonderful. So probably one of the greatest ones I've seen was the Foo Fighters. They had been on a 3-year-long tour, and they were supposed to come, and Dave Grohl, his throat got bad, so he had to cancel and they had to reschedule. So it was the very last tour date of a 3-year across the world international tour. You know, he was talking about how he had played Wimbledon and how it was so awesome in London, and in the end he was like, but Red Rocks right up there, you know, best place to go to, you know, and the crowd goes wild. And they played for over 3 hours that night, and it was single-handedly the best concert I've ever been to. And do I think that Mumford Sons can top that? I'm not sure, but I've been hearing things, and I have high hopes. We'll see. So just a little bit about me and how I came to get to know Mumford Sons. I first heard Little Lion Man, and it was just love at first sound, you know. A song like that, you can just feel like it moves something inside of you, you know, like it moves your soul. Oh, and I think music has that ability, and it's such a cool thing if you can find someone who inspires that in people, and I feel like this band does that completely. So the first time I ever heard them live was not even actually them. It was some guy with an acoustic guitar up in Vail. It was like a little ski bar up there, you know, and the song had just come out. It wasn't that old, probably 2 weeks old, and to hear it, I was just amazed that he knew it already. And he did an awesome job at it. And, you know, maybe I had a couple beers, but it was a cool experience in this crowded bar that he brought out this Little Lion Man and just killed it. And I thought, man, I can't wait until I get to see these guys live. And so they were coming to the Ogden, Denver. This is a few years ago. And they only have 1 CD out, so I didn't think that many people could have known about them. So a friend and I went down. We're going to scalp tickets down at the Ogden. And we got down there, and the first time in my life I'd ever been to a concert there were no tickets for sale. I mean, nothing. We spent an hour walking up and down the streets, couldn't find a single thing. Finally, we found 1 ticket a scalper was selling for $100. So it was my buddy and I, and we both wanted to go, and he bought the ticket, and so he got to go see him live. And so to this day, I've still never got to see him live. And I missed the time that they were here in Colorado last, and I really thought that, honestly, I'd probably never get to see them live, even though they're one of my favorite bands of all time. But that's life. When I was going to sell my house, I was getting everything ready to move, you know, putting my last day of work, and I was planning on leaving about the middle of August. And when this was all happening, Mumford Sons announced they were going to have a concert at Red Rocks at the end of August, and I just couldn't believe it. I thought just meant to be. So I tried to get tickets. That first day, it sold out in 8 minutes, and just so bummed. They added another concert, and so here I am. You know, I get to go see them tonight, which I am just really, really excited for. It kind of came down to I knew I was supposed to leave maybe a little bit sooner, but in the end, I thought I will wait. First beer of the concert. Colorado's own Fat Tire.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Say hi, fellas.
Hi, fellas.
Woo!
What's up, Bobby?
Woo!
Ready for the concert?
Yes.